Shalom. This is an edition, part 2 series of How White Folks Got So Rich. This is over the Indian land grab. It says that from the very start of Europe's colonization of America, the invading settlers were begging their British king to destroy the savages at an even faster rate than he already was. King George III's slowness to annihilate the Indians was one of the reasons the Founding Fathers wanted to separate from England. Their Declaration of Independence calls them the merciless Indian savages, and the early Thanksgiving holidays were actually celebrations of successful racial massacres. The Red Holocaust was systematic, calculated, and extremely profitable. Colonial merchants supplied the British, Dutch, French, and American armies to ethnically cleanse the Indian nations from their ancestral lands. Once the armies retreated, it was those merchants who surveyed and divided the land into lots and began selling them to the white settlers. The land's value was created out of thin air, and these property rights were then protected by the armies of the new U.S. government. It says legendary American frontiersmen like Daniel Boone and even pre-President George Washington were actually surveyors in the employ of those merchants, measuring out property lines and killing all Indians that remained. The force Washington led fought 20 battles in 10 months against the people who had lived on that land for thousands of years. Between 1787 and 1871, America entered into over 400 treaties with the Indians and promptly broke every last one of them. President Andrew Jackson's Indian Removal Act of 1830 initiated a series of genocidal wars against the remaining Indian nations. The policy confined the survivors to about 310 reservations where they can be found today as wards of the United States.